Hey, my name is Dom. This is our first scenario for our class. I'll be covering bloodborne pathogens. Behind me, what you see is the shop at Monticello High School. This is where I currently work. I'll be covering bloodborne pathogens in a school setting. All right, so first things first, what are bloodborne pathogens? Bloodborne pathogens are viruses found in the blood or other bodily fluids. They include HIV, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, syphilis, malaria, West Nile virus, things of that nature. What are common sources of bloodborne pathogens? Obviously, we include blood, but there are a few more, including vomit, saliva, urine, feces, things of that nature. We never know what has blood in it, although sometimes it is visible, so we treat all bodily fluids as though they may contain blood. So we know what bloodborne pathogens are, and we also know some common sources for bloodborne pathogens. But how are they transmitted? One way to transmit bloodborne pathogens are sharp contaminated objects. As you can see, there's plenty of blood all around these objects. We have a nail, piece of glass, and piece of metal, all of which can transmit bloodborne pathogens. Other ways to transmit bloodborne pathogens are touching your eyes, your mouth, and your nose, as well as having blood that's contaminated contact open wounds. If you come in contact with blood on your face or in your eyes, you should head to an eye wash station nearby. But there's a way to protect yourself. Safety goggles or any type of eye protection can prevent you from needing this. You can also use gloves if you have to clean up blood or attend to someone who has a first aid emergency. After coming in contact with blood or another fluid from the body, you should remove all your clothes as best as possible, also depending on where you are, but as best as possible. And you should also remove your gloves. Now, the way to remove your gloves, you take one glove hand and you roll one down. And your intention is to not touch the outside of the glove with your bare hand. And once you take that off, you can put it in your glove hand and hold on to that. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to put your finger inside of there and roll your glove down without touching the outside, because that could also be contaminated with blood. And now you have it, both gloves, the outside is now inside. And now you could throw that away into a bag. Now, the proper way to dispose of any type of material which you've cleaned up blood or has blood on it is to put it in a biohazard waste bin. These are usually marked, as I'm sure you've seen them before. We do not have one in the shop, but we do have one at our nurse. You know what I mean. I just have one more piece of information before I let you go and let Eric take over the class. If your occupation could put you in harm's way of blood pathogens, your employer should be offering you a hepatitis B shot. That is all that I have for today. I'm sure we'll learn a little bit more. Thanks for bearing with me. Have a good one.